Whoa. Before the video starts, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment in the section, let us know your thoughts of what's going on. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Welcome to Straight from the Horse's Mouth, where we cut the BS and give you the truth all about sports. Once again, I'm Bryce, the host from Bryce Davis.
What's good?
Back again for another episode. March Madness is here.
Yes. Madness is upon us.
It's upon some better than others.
Yeah, it was on me 100%. I was mad when I made my bracket.
So we decided to do a bracket amongst the crew here before the tournament.
Yep.
And as it stands right now, Austin is in first place. You can't see him, he's off camera, but he's in first place. I'm in second place, and Bryce is in last place.
Yeah, last.
So let's just start with some of your takeaways from, including your bracket, from the early stages of the NCAA.
I think from early stages.
First, weekend one.
Yeah, from weekend one, I think the early stages is the teams who were legit were legit. That first round was pretty much nothing for them. I think the hardest thing is always trying to figure out who that upset team is going to be. Mm-hmm. That's what I kind of realized. Like, damn, I didn't pick any of the upsets. I couldn't figure out one of them. Mm-hmm. And the ones that I did pick were completely wrong. Like, I chose VCU over BYU because it was like, oh, VCU, no, they play really, really well. I'm hearing everybody gas up VCU, and then it comes down to it. It's like, nah, they're not it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest part is like there's certain teams that I'm just not going to be able to watch. So I'm relying on some expert opinions here. And it's like, I got to find some better experts. That's what I need.
Do you think with the whole NIL and the transfer portal that the chances of having an exorbitant amount of upsets has kind of will start to decrease over the years?
I think it might. When more and more guys might end up staying and talent kind of stays put. Maybe the one and dones aren't as like some of the guys who would be one and done end up staying. And it might be harder to do it that type of upset.
I think for me, so first off, I haven't been keeping up with college basketball. I really outside of like Duke,
right?
Because I really don't care about the rest of these teams.
Yeah.
So I've been keeping up with it as well as especially in the past.
Right.
So I'm just going like you said, based off some expert opinions, gut instinct. You know what I mean? And just highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're picking your bracket, and typically with the upsets, you want to go with that 12-5 matchup. Typically where you want to go. That's why I picked Colorado State.
Right.
Because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get one of these bound to be right. Because the thing about Cinderellas is you don't want to overdo it.
No, I'm only trying to find one.
You know what I'm saying? You only need one or two, and when you start going for like 3, 4, 5, now you're in trouble of just destroying your bracket. The worst thing about the tournament is there's always a team that you question.
Yep.
But for some reason you go against your better judgment.
Yep.
You push these bastards on through. Like, all right, Claire, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, you play well this year, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Like, do I trust? Nah.
I really don't.
Right. But I'm going to push you on through anyway. And then they stab you in the back.
Yep.
Or in the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it's off rip, and it's just like, fooled you. Ugh.
So this year, I think those candidates would be Kansas.
Yep. I didn't believe in Kansas. Yeah.
Mizzou.
Yeah.
Clemson.
Yep.
It's just like, really?
Yeah.
Really? You couldn't give me one?
Yeah, you could get out the first round.
Right. I had you going home just for one game.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't have you going far.
Yeah, I had you going far, dog. Just one game. Thanks for the points.
Yep.
Now get to step it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
it's always that one team where you're like, I just gave you one shot.
Right.
You couldn't even do that.
Or in Clemson's case, I gave him a couple
too. Yeah.
Not only did I had you winning this round,
I had you winning. I had you out by the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
That was your loss.
Right.
The Elite Eight. You couldn't even get there.
You gave me no points,
yeah.
Bro. That's disgusting. I think UConn losing hurt me because I gave them the national champion tax. Like, all right, this ain't been the typical season we've seen from UConn as of late. But Coach Hurley,
and UConn's history too. Sometimes when they've been that lower seed,
they
sneak up on you.
Yeah, this part for the course. All right, it's UConn. They gonna sneak up. This is what they do. Here they go. Nope. So it just, and then the worst thing about it is when you watch some of these games, and the NCAA tournament to me is no different than the World Cup. And you start rooting for teams that you have no business rooting for.
Yep.
Like you watching the World Cup. And now you're emotionally invested in like Uruguay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which was me in 2010. When Uruguay lost, I was hurt. I was briefly a turncoat for.
It was expat, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I'm like, damn, we lost.
Yeah, the American in Uruguay.
Right. How did this happen? You know, so this happened with this tournament. I'm like, obviously Duke winning, cool. I ain't worried about that. We beat Baylor. We beat Baylor, but schools like Oregon,
right?
Schools like Wisconsin.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, help a brother out.
Yeah.
You know, I've been anti-Wisconsin. My brother tell you this.
Frank Kaminsky. Before him. Got you.
Any Bo Ryan coach team I was against.
Got you.
Right? Bunch of white boys, typically one black point guard, and that's who they was rocking.
And that's what they was rocking with. Yeah.
And then my brother liked them. So
obviously, exactly. You had to hate. You had to be a hater.
When I was younger, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Maryland, especially Maryland during their Grivas Vasquez days, did not, North Carolina, their entire tenure.
Right.
Specifically, I hated them at their apex when they had Tyler Hansborough. That era just
made you sick.
When Gerald Henderson hit him in the nose and made him bleed. Oh man, he should have hit him again.
Get him out the game.
Yeah. But like you watching these games, man, and it's just like, okay, guys, we in the game.
Yep.
Let's just execute.
Yep.
Let's not do anything crazy. And these dudes just wet the bed. And sometimes I got to remind myself that they are kids. They are young. And this is what makes March Madness, right? You get to see amateurs.
Yeah.
So,
it's true amateur basketball.
Yeah. And they do stuff they have no business doing.
Yep.
Like, for example, the Oregon game. We on this side of this is our side of our basket's this way.
Yeah, we're inbounding for we have to score on the inbound.
Right. But we're on our side of the court, so that's great. Why on God's green earth you panicking?
Yep.
So instead of just throwing it to somebody on this side, you see your point guard on the opposite side of the court, and you say, "F it, we ball."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then bro threw it like a football. He didn't do like a one of these
overhead,
or one of these.
He cocked back like
bro
Peyton Manning. I'm prime.
Yeah, hey, if you catch it, we catch it. If we don't, we don't. And then luckily it went out. And of course the Arizona guy made a break for it, hit it, but luckily it went off on him.
Right.
But I'm like, come on, I'm like, dog, we went from being on this side to this, dog.
Yeah.
It was just stuff like that. Just guys just making another example in that Oregon game. The hero ball.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you ain't got it tonight.
Nope.
Pass the rock.
Be a Jason Tatum,
yeah,
dog.
Or on this particular play, you got shut down, bro.
Yeah.
You ran to the paint. We shut the valve off.
Yeah, you came into the paint without a plan.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Get right.
Get rid of it. But don't just chuck it out there.
Don't double down on the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he made up his mind. Nah, it's going up.
Oh shoot, they got me.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And bro threw it up and the hoop is right here and he hit this side of the backboard. I almost went in. You ever seen what's that? The ring?
Yeah.
I almost pulled the ring. I almost went into the TV.
To be the coach to take him out the game.
I would have if I could have given that kid a stone cold stunner in the middle of the I would have gave it to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't believe it because I didn't deserve that loss at that big point. I needed the points. I needed to catch it. Make sure you
catch him. Yeah, see, somebody got to stop.
Right.
Somebody got to stop him.
I did some voodoo magic. I caused 1 L for him. I almost got 2 L's. You know what I'm saying? I put it out there in the atmosphere like, yo, God, look. I'm down.
Yeah, I need one.
You know, in fact, let me see which 2 teams I needed to lose. Let me check it. I gotta see which teams I told him I needed to lose. I got it. I needed Iowa State to lose, and I needed Arizona to lose. So
I almost had 2.
Right. So Iowa State came in clutch. Shout out to them for losing. Right. And Arizona was Look, I ain't go there. I almost did. I applied there. I don't know why I applied. Oh, that was good at the time, basketball. That's how you know I was so bad when it came to applying for Iowa State.
Iowa State, really?
Yeah, so 2013. This would have been, I'm trying to think, maybe Royce White.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe Royce White, who's gone off the deep end since. I think that era. Fred Hoiberg.
Yes.
Was the coach. Before he even coached.
Before he coached our Bulls, and we didn't do anything.
Did nothing.
Did nothing.
So I'm like, oh, they must be good at basketball. This be a fun school, so I'll go there. It had nothing to do with academics, degrees.
Yep. Hey, sometimes, but it would have been a mistake though. Like Iowa State, really.
Ames. You I don't know. I'm about to say this is a party school. I've never heard anybody describe.
I've never heard anyone describe Iowa as a party school.
Yeah, but so
ask Ross Purdy. Maybe he'll tell you.
He did go there, and Bryce Hall.
Yep.
Damn, they do nothing. Damn.
All this talent.
Yeah. But so you bang on these schools, man, to balance you out, to give you a break here, break there, and it doesn't happen. But for some schools do get that break, get that luck, and luck plays a huge part in these games, right? Sometimes you need things to go your way. Obviously, happened in the Maryland game, right? Now, in the Maryland game, I think it proved that it doesn't matter how far you go in life. It's all about keep traveling forward.
Keep going forward, baby. Yep. One foot after the other.
Don't let anybody tell you different. Play till you hear the whistle.
Yeah, play to the whistle.
Walk till you hear the whistle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was
bad. That was bad.
That was a travel.
That was a travel.
It was
bad. But hey.
I had Maryland advancing.
Yeah.
So traveling to the Sweet 16 we are.
Yep.
That might, I'll be honest with you, that's up there one of the most egregious travels I've ever seen. The most egregious travel I've ever seen in my life was I was playing intramural basketball. I was reffing. No. I was playing.
Okay.
And you ever seen that clip of Russell Westbrook like getting the ball? He's playing the Warriors.
Yes.
And he's like calling out a play, but he's like walking up the court.
Yes.
He's calling out the play.
Yes.
And then they ask like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. That's what happened. This dude got the ball and then ran right before he got to half court and he dribbled.
Oh yeah,
no,
give me that. Give me that rock. Give me the ball.
Yeah. So that wasn't as bad because at least
I think you have to have like the most egregious and you won the game.
Yeah,
that's what you need is like what's the most egregious travel you've seen and like you won the game on it.
Right.
And that's probably the most egregious one I've seen in a while where it's like damn that was a fat travel.
Right.
And it was a game winner.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, dog. Hey. I would have did it. I told you I would take another step.
I would. Yeah, no, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Hell,
I would kept walking. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't even dribble. Fuck dribbling.
I picked up my dribble. Look like a running back.
I dare y'all to call it. It's March Madness, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But I feel bad for. I feel bad for those schools who like imagine going into a game knowing that like it based off like the percentages and the brackets like people want us to lose.
Yeah.
Like, people do not want us to succeed. So like Maryland traveled, but damn it, most of the country had them advancing. So sorry.
Yeah.
We letting it.
We didn't see it. We didn't see it. Justice is blind.
Right. Now had that been opposite, had
Horkin done that,
had Colorado State did. Oh, I would have called for like a replay, a
review. I need a review.
Oh, rerun the game, start the game over. You know what I'm saying?
Whole game,
run it back. Yeah,
we're going straight to overtime.
Right. Yeah, they got next. Call next. We call next. You know what I'm saying? Run this shit back. We're not letting that slide.
Yeah,
we ain't doing that. But. So far though, it's been fun. I've had fun.
Yeah, it's always a fun. Like the tournament's always pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said, really good basketball from the teams who you expected, except the one St. John's.
St. John's. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I had, it's humbling to lose a Final Four team so early.
Yeah.
It makes you think. It makes you like rethink.
Everything.
Sports.
Yeah.
Like, damn, like, maybe this ain't cut out for me. You know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't be picking.
Like, I lost a Final Four this early?
Yeah.
And then you watch the game, and it couldn't hit nothing. It couldn't hit water that fell out of the boat.
No. Couldn't hit the broad side of a wide barn.
You're just looking at and just watching, like,
bang.
Clang.
Bang.
Yeah, like,
bang.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then, Tina, I'm like, dog, I trusted you, dog.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I had faith in you, bro.
Yeah, bro, you one of the greats.
Come on, dog. Like, because I've really in the past have got to root for him because he coached Louisville.
Yep.
And I've always been going like teams that went against Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Especially because they went against Duke a lot. So I would always, rooted for them to, even if, this gonna sound fucked up, even in the game where Kevin Ware broke his knee or his leg or whatever, they was going against Duke.
Like that, yeah.
So I was like, shit, cool. You know?
Yeah. Changed the whole mess. That game was
I
done
was
for
pissed.
them.
I was like, oh, they won. I was like, because we lost. I was like, oh, they won because of emotional spirit. I hated that.
Yeah.
Had it been straight up and no one leg breaks, it's just, we win. But they got like some angels.
They had to do it for their boy.
Yeah, they had some angels in the outfield type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to go home.
Yep.
So I've always had love. So all his teams, and I was too old. I was too young to know about his Kentucky teams back in the 90s and all that kind of stuff. But I finally got to root for a Rick Pitino team. It was St. John. It's a cool story, bringing the program back. They haven't really been anything really honestly since the 80s.
Yeah.
When they had Chris Mullen and then Mark Jackson, you know, was there in the Big East, was the Big East and all that kind of stuff. They really haven't. They've had like moments, you know, but like nothing consistent. Right. So Pitino back. They're a high seed. And I'm like, okay, cool. Pitino's a good coach. You know, they have a series with Vice TV you can watch called, I think, Red Storm Rising, about him trying to resurrect the program.
Got you.
So I just kind of fell in love with the whole thing, the story and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, you know what, Pitino I trust, right? I have a love-hate relationship with a lot of the big-time coaches that I just don't believe in. I've never been a Bill Self guy at Kansas. I see Sean Miller's heading to Texas. I didn't believe in him. He was at Arizona. I don't believe in him now that he's going to Texas. I've never been a big Tom Izzo guy. Nope. He's not going to go to the Final Four today, so Tom Izzo.
Yeah, I'm not big on you,
hold me
but
down.
hey, yeah.
Hold me down. But I'm always weary of big time. But I believed in Pitino.
Yep.
And for them to just completely wet the bed.
But fall apart just.
Against an Arkansas team that I didn't think was this ready to make this leap this quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I know, you know, he had some guys come over. You know, I know Wag that came over from Kentucky. And I wasn't expecting, especially Calipari to have, because he hasn't really had much success as of late in the tournament.
Yeah.
With higher talent. You know, so I was like, all right, they'll get done pretty early. And I expected just more out of St. John's. And for them to shoot the basketball the way they shot it was, quite frankly, astonishing. I haven't really seen that piss poor of a shooting job in quite a while.
Yeah, from a team perspective. That was the worst part. It's like nobody shot was on. Like you couldn't rely on anybody to like generate some offense reliably. Yeah. And then when I shot the stat, I'm like 9%. I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? Like just fucking They was chucking.
We just not gonna make nothing tonight. Yeah. Like it's just like, okay, guys, like that hurt.
It's a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap for you, unfortunately. Yeah. Like when you play like that, it's a wrap. There's no way. There's no way
you can win. And that sucked. That was probably my most disheartening loss. Because it was just like it was a Final Four team. I didn't expect it coming, and it came so egregious. Yeah. You know, at least
it came in the worst way to lose, which is playing badly.
Yeah.
Had y'all gone out swinging, right? You're hitting every shot, everything like that. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Whatever. Another team just kind of out hooped you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But you went out with your worst game. Yeah. And that's that. Anyone who's played sports, that's the worst way to lose a tournament. I played my worst game and we lost. I would much rather have my best game and lose than my worst game.
It was that was definitely that's probably the worst loss.
Yeah,
so far of the tournament because of the expectations so far with the team. But again, we are in the Sweet 16. Yep. Still got 3 teams left. How many you got left in the Final Four?
I think 2.
Yeah, 2. So you have a Final 2.
Yeah, I got a Final 2. I got Auburn and Duke. I'm picking Duke, of course.
Yeah,
because I really do think
they had a close call too.
They had a close Auburn. Auburn was very close. I was regretting it when I was watching the game. Like. Like, come on now. Right. Can't just be the one.
Yeah. You know what thing I hate during March Madness? I hate, and you're bad at this too. When people freak you out with one phrase.
Yeah.
You know the phrase I'm talking about? What's going on with? What you mean? What you mean?
Yeah. Like, what's happening to what do you mean? What's happening? Right. I watched another game right now.
I thought they were fine. I didn't even think about that game. Like, what you mean? What's going on? You check the score. They're down. You're like, oh my God. That was me with Illinois. What's going on with Illinois? What you mean? What's going on with Illinois? What is going on with Illinois? Oh my God. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? No.
It's the worst joke, but it's like they hit the Twin Towers.
Yeah. It's like, no. And especially when you get it late. Sometimes people
you tell you early, so you can kind of get into the fact. Oh, okay, this game's a loss.
Yeah. But sometimes people hit you up too late, like, yo, what's going on? You check the game. What you mean? What's going on? what happened? That's what you should have texted me.
Yeah.
What happened to?
Yeah. Don't tell me what's going on.
Yeah,
The game's over.
It's over. You know, there's nothing, I can't will them to win now. You know, I can't like.
Yeah. Superman's dead.
I can't scream like, come on, you know.
Yeah. I can't do the anime. I can't shout their name.
Yeah.
I can't give them a boost.
Yeah, a pep talk.
No, it's done. It's done. They lost.
Right.
I entered the arena and they were gone.
They were gone. The lights were already off. There was no one there. So that was me with the Illinois. I could not. I couldn't believe. I said, "Wow," and I again, and this is why watching games are important. I didn't realize how athletic Kentucky was.
Yeah.
Had I seen how athletic they were, I would not have picked Illinois to win that damn game.
Yeah.
Them dudes look like, man. Okay, Kentucky looked like yeah, we're going to send some dudes to the next level.
Got you.
And Illinois looked like, yeah, we're going to send some dudes to be agents to the guys that's going to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we might send a guy to the G League.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, Illinois had like a bunch of accountants.
Yeah.
And
some students.
Yeah.
Those were some students.
Yeah, they were student athletes.
Yeah.
Going against athletes. You know? And had I known that, I would have went with the athletes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, student athletes.
Right.
I hope your grades is good.
Right. So yeah, that Illinois, I was sick.
Yeah.
It was too late. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
I could
sorry.
not do anything.
I can't get the defibrillator out. It's a wrap.
Yeah. So yeah, that hurt. But all in all, those been good fun.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had fun watching the men's tournament.
Yeah.
I've been a women's tournament guy
for a minute.
for the last couple of years. I was this weird one because this one coincides with the women. So
Yeah,
I feel
so
like
it's all happening all around the same time this
Yeah.
year, and not like the women used to be like a week later.
Yeah, and it sucks because the women, I don't know what's going on, because they got star power, but I don't know if it's not being marketed the same compared to the previous year, or the men just got a quick bump this year.
The problem that I feel like is the time frame that they're doing it, because like when the men get the break, it's like immediately the women's games are on. And it's like I just watched a bunch of basketball.
Yeah,
I don't have it. I just watch teams get eliminated. I don't have an in me to go through that a second round so soon.
Well, okay. Let me rephrase it. Last year, it didn't matter what the men had. The women had the star power.
True.
I feel like they still do.
They do because
but for some reason, it's not being fed to me the same way.
True.
So now I'm not at, because last year I was all with the women.
100%.
Kayla Cart.
Yeah.
Injuries.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Juju. Paige.
Yeah.
You know, I was down. Like I'm focused on
what's up? Yeah.
what's going South Carolina, what they gonna do. Like I was entrenched in that. I didn't give a flying what was going on with the men's tournament.
Yeah.
Everybody knew pretty much a far cry conclusion.
UConn
was gonna win.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
That might be the problem this year. I think a lot of people are just kind of penciling it in for South Carolina this year.
You think so?
I think because they're
not even a 1 seed, are they?
No, they're not. But they whooped Texas. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad, and that's also been a problem. A lot of the lower seeds have just been a warm up game for a lot of the top seeds right now.
Let's tell me how it is though for the women's team.
It's bad this year.
Yeah,
it's not even a competition for some of these teams. You're like, bro, like I didn't even need to watch. Like, call me when we get to the Elite 8,
mm-hmm.
and then I'll pay attention. That's how it's felt, honestly, watching a lot of the women's game where it's like, y'all didn't need to be here. Sorry,
right.
And for the men's game, it's felt more like, okay, some of these matchups have been a little bit closer at that first round.
Yeah. So I don't know what that means for the women's.
Yeah, that momentum.
Yeah. Because normally the momentum it's been starting with college and it just continues to move toward the WNBA. So if you're the WNBA, you got to be a little bit nervous the fact that you're not getting that little push that you got last year.
Yep.
That little bump. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially with Paige coming into the league. So you would hope that would kind of help, but I don't know because we're not getting that same hype. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It could be the market. I don't know what's going on. Another thing is I'm happy that Shaq is not a part of. I don't know. Has Shaq ever been a part of? No. Good. I was worried.
Nope.
Good. He wasn't.
Nope. Yeah.
He wasn't a part of it. So I've been happy with the broadcast.
Yeah, broadcast has been great.
You know, because normally everybody know I've been anti these TNT guys coming in.
TNT does a fine job for college basketball. I feel like they do a better job with college basketball than they do with professional basketball.
Yeah,
or whoever, because it's Turner Group. Whoever owns the relationship, because it's like TNT, TBS, USA, all
Turner.
Yeah, Turner.
So I was like watching stuff. I saw like the what's the dude name? The dude who do like the magic tricks and all that kind of stuff. He
Penn
showed
Teller?
up. Huh? No, hell no, Penn and Teller. Just some dude. The dude, he like the hottest guy. He been showing up to all these teams. He be like, all right. He been guessing people's phone screens.
Oh, okay.
That dude showed up. He guessed Kenny Smith's ATM number.
Damn.
He feel like they was like, yo, Kenny, you gotta call your bank to change your ATM. And Charles Barkley like, yeah, go ahead and withdraw all $7 those dollars you got. But see, I was happy with that because that makes me nervous about all so far. But all in all, though, so far so good with the tournament.
Yep.
Moving on from that though, once again we got beef out in the streets.
Yep.
It's been nonstop beef in the world these last couple of years.
Yeah.
And 2025 is no different. Brandon Jennings.
Yep.
Obviously he's a panel. What do you call him? Panelist.
Panelist. Yeah.
I don't star. Guest. I don't know on Gil's Arena.
Yep.
And
kind of recent addition too.
no, he been out for a while.
Really?
Yes.
I thought he's been more active now, like this past 2 years or so. But
Oh, I mean, how long Gil's Arena been around?
I don't even know.
He ain't been around. They ain't been around longer than 2+ years.
Yeah.
He been around. So he been around for a while.
Yeah.
And they got he was on. I don't know if it was Gil's Arena specifically, but he was on something with Lowe.
Yeah.
And he started talking about like the 09 draft class, which is very guard heavy class. And he started saying he was better than most of the guys from that class. And his name guy Drew Holiday and Ty Lawson and all these guys. And they started clapping back. Another guy, Marcus Thornton,
clap
back.
Yeah.
And I know Marcus Thornton. I know from his time with the Kings.
Yeah.
Strong dude, strong guard. Apparently played like 13 years in the league. I know he played that long.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys were chirping back at Jeff Teague.
Yeah.
Was in that draft, whatever. And Brandon started chirping back. And I think my takeaway from this is Brandon really gives a lot of stock to what he did in high school.
Yeah.
Like when people talk, unfortunately, Fahrenheit, when people talk about Brandon Jennings, for the most part, they talk about what he did in high school.
That's true.
Rarely do they bring up his tenure in the league, whether it was with Milwaukee or Detroit. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they specifically talk about his Oak Hill, his high school days, all his stuff at the camps and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, bro, there's a difference between this level and that level.
100%.
Imagine, it'd be no equivalent. Imagine if Christian later was like, yo, man, none of these dudes can mess with me. It's like, well, Christian, you only...
Yeah.
College, you were the guy.
You were the guy, yeah.
But the league, you weren't.
Yep.
But you're combining the two. You're combining what you felt like you could have did.
Yeah. With who you were back in the day. Who you were at a lower level.
Right. You combining what you could have did with what you actually did.
Yeah.
The same thing with Brandon Jennings. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
This is what you actually did. We have actual footage of you being in the NBA. You have actual stats that we could point to. You weren't like Jay Williams where you got into a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
In year two, and we're just like, we don't know. Maybe you played.
Yeah. I think,
and we saw.
When you messaged that out on Instagram, I went into the comment section, and it was a very important point about the whole Drew Holiday winning the All-Star nod over him. Mm-hmm. And someone pointed out the stats. His field goal percentage that year, under 40% from the field.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And Drew Holiday's was like at 50.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, Drew Holiday's going to get it over you. You were an inefficient shot chucker that year.
Right. And he's a two-way player.
So I'm kind of with you. Like, I can understand why it's like, man, I don't want to be forgotten. But at the end of the day, it's like, bro, like, you didn't last long enough. All the dudes who you talked about you're better than lasted longer than you at the professional level. Mm-hmm. That's just
or achieved more.
Yeah.
Jeff Teague made an All-Star team.
Yep.
Drew Holiday is a multi-time champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, Marcus Thornton played 13 years. You know what I mean? Even Ty Lawson, if it wasn't for his, let's just call it off the court transgressions.
Legit.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in Denver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't be on a straight and narrow path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just kept fucking up. You know?
Yeah.
So, but you kind of were just there.
Yeah. You were hot to start, but that wasn't enough.
Right.
It just wasn't. And unfortunately, you didn't realize what everybody else in your class realized. Right? I got to do a little bit more to stay in the league. Mm-hmm. Right? Jeff Teague realized I'm the bench guy. I got to be the best bench guy I can be. Stays in the league a lot longer than everybody else. Drew Holiday realizes, like, hey, like, I'm not going to be at the starter caliber guard maybe, but I can still be effective out here on the court. and my defense is well good enough to keep me in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have any of that, unfortunately.
Right.
Like, what was that other skill set beyond scoring the basketball? You didn't have that, and that's why you were gone as quick as you were.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I like the shoes. I did.
Yeah, shoes?
Yeah, he had a shoe deal with Under Armour.
I know that.
Yeah, I remember.
I know he. I know that.
Yeah, I remember that. Because he had a presidential shoe.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brent. I know.
I'm not going to take away that. I'm not going to say that you were garbage. You were hot for a minute there, but it wasn't enough for the Bucks, and it wasn't enough for Denver. It just wasn't enough, unfortunately. And that's just how sometimes careers go.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on you. It's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. But when you start, trying to rewrite history, and you start trying to go at guys based off like what hypotheticals and what it could have should have, it's like, all right, bro, like I know it sucks. I know you probably wish you had a career that panned out a little bit differently, but that's not what happened. And unfortunately, that's not what happened at all. Yeah. And you don't gotta, just
you gotta bring people down.
Yeah. Because it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah. If this was happening like when all of y'all are still active players, go at it.
Yeah.
That's fine. All of y'all careers is wrapped up. What do we do?
It's done.
What do we do?
It's over.
Everybody's career is
y'all
wrapped
all
up.
pod now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Drew.
Yeah.
Drew got a chance to probably get another championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. You went at Drew like, I'm better than Drew. No, you're not.
No,
you're not. No, you're not.
You can't say that if the Celtics had you versus Drew, they'd win one of those. They win a championship.
Yeah.
That's not.
They're not even trading for you.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the thing about some of these guys, you realize the thing that make them good also makes them annoying sometimes, which is their ego.
Yeah.
Right. You need that ego to survive and thrive as a basketball player,
and as a competitor in general.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, all right, dog. Like, so like the whole Rashad McCants thing when him and Patrick Beverly was going at it.
Yeah.
It's like, Rashad. Yeah, you were good at North Carolina. I watched you play. I watched you, play against my Duke. I watched you beat Illinois in the championship game. You were good.
Yeah.
We saw your career panned out. It didn't end up how you probably thought it was going to end up. Yeah. Yeah. So Beverly got you on that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
He got you.
Yeah.
You go. It's like learning how to like just take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Which is ironic. You know who does it the best on there?
Gil.
I
know.
The dude who's better than everybody on that panel is the first. He'll be the first guy. Now he'll talk it. Don't get me wrong. If he got you, he got you.
Yeah, but he realizes when he didn't live up to an expectation or just another player was just better
than him. Yeah, he'll give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no problem giving it up. And Kenyon Martin will too.
Yeah.
The two best. You know what I'm saying?
The two people who probably had the longer careers and had more successful careers than the other two.
Yeah.
Are more well grounded. Surprising.
Mm-hmm. Because they're comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah.
And they're comfortable with what they did. I'm Kenyon Martin. #1 overall pick out of Cincinnati. Went to not one, but 2 NBA finals back to back.
Yep.
Went to a Western Conference finals with Denver. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, I'm comfortable with what I did. I think he made an all-star team, too. Yeah. I'm comfortable with what I did with my career.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I played a long time. My son is in the NBA, so my legacy continues. I'm content. I'm just happy to be here and just be able to talk basketball and do this for a living. Same with Gil. Yep. My son's about to go to, I think he's going to USC. You know what I'm saying? So my legacy continues. Made money, Agent Zero, all that. It was lit. I had DC rocking. Like, I'm comfortable with what my legacy is, right?
Yeah.
When you comfortable with what you did, you ain't gotta do all that.
True.
Like the Michael Jordan commercial said, you let your game speak.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I ain't gotta do all that. Y'all saw what I did.
Yeah. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah, you know who I am. But these guys, do you know who I am? Like, that's how they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. And
you know who I am type dudes?
Yeah. And then before you get a chance to answer, let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what they are. I just think that they're not comfortable with how it ended, how their basketball career ended. And we're seeing it play out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. My end, one thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and it's honestly, so this topic has been curious to me since college.
Right.
But it's evolved over
the
years, right? And it's the concept of friendship.
Right.
I just feel like it's just that the exploration of friendship is just not talked about enough. I feel like people analyze romantic partnerships and people analyze family relationships, but I feel like people don't dive enough into friendships.
Right.
Because those are important. Yeah. Having a life outside of your family, having a life outside of your partner is very important, right? It's part of your ecosystem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why people have such admiration for like TV shows like Friends and Living
people
Single
want that.
and Sex and the City and Seinfeld, because they, girlfriends or whatever, because it's inspired to see
you want to have a nice core group of friends,
right? And what friendship means to each person is different, right? How you classify somebody, what makes someone a friend, what makes someone not a friend. How do you maintain a friendship? How do you lose one? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All those things I think help with your development as a person. Right. I think they're instrumental in,
there are a lot of relationships and you need all of them. Yeah. You can't just have only one. Mm-hmm. You're not a full person if you only have one.
Right. And one thing I think is this topic is explored in movies. Most notably in When Harry Met Sally, right? But it's not explored enough just in general conversation. And I'm talking about the man-woman friendship, right? Right. Typically, we hear about them from the perspective of like when you're in a relationship, and the idea of can you have, a female friend or a male friend. Typically, it's from that angle. But like, what about there's no romance a part of it, right? You don't have anybody. You're just two individuals, opposite genders who just happen to be friends, and how that can manifest itself and how that can kind of be tricky, right, as time goes on. And one thing I'm learning is, in order to have a successful friendship, especially with the opposite gender, is you have to have boundaries. Yep. But with like just between you two, without even bringing in, you can't not have any boundaries, and then all of a sudden I'm dating somebody, and then throw the boundaries in there, because now the friendship that you built is changed now. It's not the same, so now you almost got to start over. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that explains your threads thing that I saw then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw your threads. I'm like, well, what's he talking about?
Well, I was talking about that in general.
Yeah, but I'm talking, but I figured like there was something going on.
Yeah.
And that explains it now.
Yeah, because to me, so for people don't want to know, let me see if I can pull it up. What I said on Threads was, I wish I could find my own Cliff Notes version of it. But I don't even post much on Threads, so it should pop up right away.
Yeah, it should pop up right away. Yeah.
Let me see. And I feel like what I said was pretty.
It's generic. Yeah.
But I like what I said. I think it's true. I said disappearing on your friends when you get into a relationship, and then crawling back to them when shit goes south is toxic behavior that I'm cool on. That's what I put.
Yeah. And that's a part of it, right? Like, you wouldn't tolerate that in a male-male friendship.
No.
So why should I tolerate that in a male-female friendship? Right. I would be very miffed if all of a sudden it's like, hey, bro, huh? Yeah. And all of a sudden you come back, it's like, what happened? I can't help you if I don't know where you've been, what's been happening. You didn't keep me in a loop. Right. All of a sudden you want to come back, dump all this shit on me. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, I ain't been there. Yeah. I could have helped you when you was in it. Mm-hmm. But it's too late now.
Well, first, I just think it's lame. By the way, I think it's lame because it's like, well, I needed you too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We built a bond. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my life didn't just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have used you during stuff. You know, maybe it could have been in a lesser role, less capacity, obviously.
Right.
But going, I just think it's disrespectful almost to. Almost be like, because it can make somebody feel like, okay, I'll use me for example. I'll use me. It happened last year, where you become friends with somebody and everything's going fine, and then out the blue they meet somebody, and then they chuck up, like you said, they chuck up the deuces, and they literally you get discarded, and it can make you feel used. Yeah. And then you start to actually think about the friendship.
Right. Because now I have to question, and honestly, real friendship shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
I shouldn't disappear out your life when you get a romantic partner. If we're friends. If we're friends.
Right.
Right. Like that's the whole point of friends, right? Mm-hmm. They had different romantic partners all the time, but they still stayed their core group of friends. Mm-hmm. That's not right.
And so again, it makes you start to question, okay, what was I?
Yeah. Was I really a friend to
Yeah.
you? Or was I just kind of a companion?
Yeah, exactly. Was I just a placeholder? Was I just somebody who was just there for you to like just, I don't know, use as some I don't know,
quasi boyfriend.
Yeah, you know, and without none of the actual benefits of it, you know, just so just like I was just there doing
just
this
a warm
stuff.
body filling the seat for the next nigga to come along to actually like fit what you want.
Exactly. And to me, I think that's just lame.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that, and I think that's why I do think this. At least I'm thinking it now.
Okay.
If you actually dated somebody first and then became friends, I don't think that works. If you start off as a friend and then develop into something and that doesn't work, I do think you have a chance to go back to being friends.
Yeah.
Because that's the core. That's you guys' foundation.
Yeah.
Your foundation was
friendship.
True, actual friendship.
Yeah.
So you can always go back to that. If you're I think the foundation does matter.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a house.
Yeah.
You try to build a house on Play-Doh, probably not gonna last long.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? But if it has actual roots,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you can always start. You're not starting from scratch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's easier to go backwards than it is to create a new relationship.
Exactly what it is. You're trying to create it.
Yeah.
And that takes effort and time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're down for the effort and time, then it can happen.
Right.
But if you're kind of like double dutch, like, you know what I mean? Going
double dutch, but not getting in.
Yeah.
You prepared to double dutch, but you never actually double dutch.
Right. Then you're not. It's just not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. You know. And I think that the older I get, the more I'm realizing that you got to be real. Like, got to set boundaries.
Yeah. But I think you also have to make your intentions very, very clear. Like, I'm not looking for this out of you. I'm looking for true like friendship. I want to talk, but like. Talk about real stuff. I want to be able to rely on you. I want you to be able to rely on me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to build. Just a true, like, a support group outside of other people that's different than my other support groups.
Right. And if you're true friends, like, there's no, I want to say there's no, obviously there's no hidden agendas, but there's also no, like you should be comfortable with, like, merging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like we all, because my friends are your friends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like we should be able to. There should be consistent crossover. Yeah. You know, there should be consistent crossover. Yeah. Because when you start to kind of like hide.
Yeah, who your friends are.
Yeah. Like okay, then what am I then? You know what I'm saying? Like why you hiding? Like what? You know, I thought everything was all good.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't think I'm a parasite or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not the flu or something.
Right. Or you don't want to, I guess share is the word. Yeah. You want, all right, this is mine. I'm going to keep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're doing too much segmenting.
Yeah. I'm going to keep you here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to share nothing like that. I don't, you know. And so that's, you know, I don't know.
So it's a selfish. Yeah. It's selfish. Yeah.
And that's nothing I'm not, anything. Because friendship to me should be selfless. Yeah, it's us. Yep. You know, it's we. It's communal. You know what I mean? It's not called friend. It's called friends. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah. Ross was friends with Cherry and Chandler, and he's got a sister Monica. Yeah. It's a group. It's a group, right? And they all had different things that they talked about that they shared with each other. Yes. It's all it's friends. I've got friends for different things, and I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It wasn't just called just Raw. You know what I mean? You know. So I just think that to me. My continued search for what, and it's probably a lifelong thing. Right. There are two things I'm fascinated in life with. One is power and the concept of power and what it does to people. Yeah. And the other is the concept of friendship and what it means. Right. Because I feel like. Because I've had this conversation with multiple people over the years, family, friends, whatever, you know, just in general. Hell, even when I was in college, I was having this conversation. I was just fascinated with, you know, because I remember in college, the big thing was people confusing who their friends were. You know, I had to tell people, that's not your friend. What you mean? That's your classmate. No, that's my friend. When do you see them? During class. You ever hang out with them outside of class? Yeah. What do I talk about? Class.
Honestly, like I think about that like in a work setting, right? Like I know the people at work. We talk about stuff. I've never been out with them.
Right.
That's different.
It's different. That's your coworker.
Yeah, it's a coworker.
Right? Like that's your coworker. That's your classmate. That's your neighbor. That's your teammate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not your
roommate. A roommate can be the same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's your roommate.
Yeah.
It's not your friend.
It's your friend. We just share a space.
Yeah.
That's really it.
That's it. Because once you remove that one thing you guys have in common, what's there? And I've had that happen to me where you remove the thing you had in school, right? Yeah. You remove school. So we were just schoolmates? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's probably what changed for us, whereas like outside of college, we started hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, no, we're actually like becoming friends.
Yeah. Like there's a commonality there, right? It wasn't just tied to that. And so like that was probably the, and then just talking with just people in general, I mean, about like, because you see people be upset or whatever, like, oh man, how come this person, so I had my brother kind of went through this, right? Like how come this person acting this way? How come they acting this way? It's like, well, because they're not your friend. They're this. Yeah. They're that. And then when you start thinking about it, that's the thing when it comes to like relationships in general is when you're able to take a step back and really analyze it from like a bird's eye view. Yeah. Like when you're able to just like almost take a sneak peek look. Yeah. And look in and see what's actually taking place. It's like, oh, that's why. Yeah. We were
acquaintances.
Yeah.
We
were acquaintances, right? That's it. And once you're able to establish, and again, that comes to your point about letting your intentions be known. Yeah. Once you're able to establish what someone is in your life, then you're able to move accordingly. Yeah. Right. I know where to place you. So now I don't get upset now when you don't reach out. Yeah. I don't get upset when you turn things down or whatever, because we're not like that. Right. In fact, now that I know we're not like that, you're probably not going to hear from me ever again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably just, if you post something, I'll comment. Yeah. I'll like it, but as far as, no. For what? I don't, We
don't have that type of relationship.
We don't have that type of relationship.
You talked about with dude you invited to be your friend from work.
Yeah.
Kind of the same situation where it's like, okay, I made the initial effort. You didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's another thing. Don't force it.
Yeah.
Right. Don't force it. If it's an age-old adage, but it's true. People make time for the things they want. Yep. Right. So if I use my friends for example. Shout out to my boy Cyril. Shout out to my boy Tyler. They make the effort. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Call. They whole other countries. Yep. Call, text. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They try to come here as often as they can because it costs money to come here, travel and all that kind of stuff. So, but they make it a priority. Right. That's my boy. Let me check on him. Let me call him. We do catch up and all that kind of stuff. I'm not physically there. I still want my presence felt. I want him to know I'm still there. I know I'm not armed with the way, but I am a phone call away if he needs me for anything. You know what I'm saying? So people, they make time. Yeah. And I do the same thing. I give it back. You know what I mean? Yep. So people make time for the things they want. So if you're not getting that energy back, cool. Keep it pushing. Yep. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy because it's not worth it. Yep. But man, that's all the time for you guys today, man. You can follow me at Facebook at Bryce Oding. Follow me on Instagram at Bryce David Oding. Bryce, go and tell them.
From Twitter, Bruce Leroy.
And remember, you'd hear it from the horse's mouth to listen to Ask Who Told You. We out. Peace.